Radio Waltz. We're off to Childers to go and get a bike tyre. I've opted against riding over. I'm just not up to the ride today, so just want to go and get this tyre. See the Childers bike shop. Make sure it's cool to bring the wheel in next week. Like strip the wheel off here in the shed. The fact I've actually got a going car at the moment helps. She's not liking it, but she's going. Yeah, just go and have a chat to them and just ask if I can bring the wheel in next week, find out how much they're going to charge me to fit it up. Look, come over here. I'm not going to worry about having it fitted up today. I want to get home. It's already gone 11 o'clock in the morning. By the time I get over and get back, it'll be like 1 o'clock. So, and I was not in the mood to go pulling the back wheel out of the bike. I just want to go over and get my tyre. I've got it. Everything after that's easy. And I've got to get fuel. This thing keeps moving. I'm running on vapours right now. What a beautiful view. It's a bit of moisture in the air, but what a beautiful view. I love living here. I mean, yeah, I'm isolated and blah, 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 but I've got beautiful mountains all the way around me. Biggenden itself is a great little town. Oh, that looks like a cop coming at me. Yep, I did hear on the radio there was a cop floating around out of town. Local boy, gave me a wave. Gotta love it when the cop gives you a wave. So, all right, I'll get back to the, oh yeah, come here. So I'll get back to the story about Michaela and Matt and their dramas that are living here when I finish fueling this up. All right, let's go get some juice and then we'll head to Childers. Right now, well, I just put 50 bucks in. I don't need to fill the tank or anything right now. Oh, and I've got a motorhome up in front of me, which I'm going to have to try and work out how to get past, blah, blah, blah. So, firstly, quick to Christine Cleary, yet again, mate. Got your email this morning. Yes, that's right. So Christine Cleary sent me an email this morning. Mate, I did wonder the same thing after putting the heads on within a short amount of time, bang, just, actually, I have to go back over my old video and have a look back and see if when I chewed out that lobe on number, when I chewed out that second pot from the back, what's that, number 6 one, when I chewed that lobe out, I can't remember if I had my original heads on or whether I had these worked heads on. I've actually pumped some oil pressure, 70 psi on the gauge, nearly hitting 80 psi oil pressure. Yeah, and so what Christine Cleary said was, because I had those heads fully rebuilt, well, I actually, so that back, I didn't have the heads fully rebuilt. I sent my heads up to Bundy to be done, and the guy up there, Gary, had a set of fully worked heads sitting on the bench that he'd done for somebody else that he sold me, so I bought them. So Christine Cleary's question was, and I haven't been able to get hold of Gary, he won't even answer his phone to shit. So what Christine Cleary said, and I think maybe you're right, might be onto something there, mate. Did he put heavy duty valve springs in there? Did he put heavy duty valve, because, fucking more people just pulling out in front. Okay, because the head was fully worked, what he was wanting to know is, did the guy put in heavy valve springs, which would cause coblant, which would cause cam lobes to chew out. So if I can get Gary to actually pick up his bloody phone and have a chat to me, I think he's avoiding me. I don't know why, but he's certainly not answering my calls, and I've left plenty of messages in the last 4 or 5 days and he's certainly not responding to them. So, well, what's this fucking camper doing? Oh, this camper's got the foot on the fucking brakes. I was nearly going to take him then, but blind corner. If I was on the bike, I would have gone straight past him, but I'm not on the bike, I'm in the car, so. So yes, have these heads got heavy duty valve springs in, and is that why it's caused a cam lobe to go? Well, that could be a possibility, but then again, why haven't any other lobes chewed out? Why just the one? So many unanswered questions. It's not a crow's cam. I don't know where he got this cam. Basically, he picked me up a TAM, stage 1 cam, and timing gear. Brand, what's flapping under that? Brand new timing gear and chains all went into this motor. So the real question is, yes, do these heads have heavy duty valve springs in them? I wouldn't even know how to find that out. How would you know? Some people will be able to tell by looking at them. I personally can't. I don't know the difference. I do actually have my old head here. Well, at home. I do have my old head in the shed, and I've got all my old springs and valves. So I can probably have a look at the springs and see if they differ between these springs. Although I don't right now, I don't really want to be pulling that rocker cover off again. So that was a legitimate question, and I wish Gary would pick up the fucking phone and talk to me so he can give me some information that would help me. Right, getting back to Biggenden, my lovely town of Biggenden, Matt and Michaela. Oh my God, that couple, they're a young couple who were living in Canberra, wanted out of Canberra because they had really fucked up neighbours, like bad neighbours. Saw one of my videos of I walk around Biggenden and so forth. Basically subscribed to my channel because they both ride bikes, and followed me for a while and decided to buy a house in Biggenden, pretty much sight unseen. Moved up here and ended up with neighbours from hell yet again. Their neighbours next to them have like 100 chooks in their fucking backyard, which they shouldn't even have in the first place. They've got 3 or 4 fucking roosters keeping my friend Michaela up all night, driving her mental. She works from home. She's a high-tech exec, IT wizard, works in some big companies, works from home, and these roosters were going off all day, all night long, right next door, more than one of them. I told her to go all Hippy Trev on them and sort them out, and after about a year she finally listened to me and sort of had that sorted out, but they've still got the problem that every time it rains, all their chook shit washes from their fence down onto their property, blah blah blah. The guy on the other side of him, Elephant Man, he's called Elephant Man because he's got a big fucking elephant sitting in the front yard, lives like a white trash. The whole place is just covered in fucking trash and rubbish. He plays doof music at full pitch day and night. He's also burned off a shitload of rubbish the other day, plastics and stuff and all the shit you shouldn't burn in your own backyard, and stunk their house out. And she sent me a message that, oh Michaela, my heart bleeds for you guys. She sent me a message last night, just like she's ready to sell up and go. And I really don't want those two to leave town. I think they're absolutely wonderful. She's absolutely awesome. She cooks for me. We're going to build some models together coming on Sunday, which I'm looking forward to. Yeah, so I mean, I got to Biggenden and had my own little issues with my next door neighbours briefly with their stupid ass dogs, but that's all sorted now. I got my neighbours completely trained, so they're sorted. But yeah, poor Michaela moves to this awesome little town, puts her heart and soul into it, only to be kicked in the guts, and now she's literally thinking of selling up and leaving. And I really hope you don't. Maybe you can sell your joint and find another one in town. Who knows? Good luck finding a house in Biggenden. So, but anyway, that's me rave. Poor Michaela, great couple. They deserve better than what they're getting. Well, I'm plugging along at 75 mile an hour here. Oh, back down to 60 psi on the oil pressure. Running 2,800 RPM and perfect temps on both gauges. I'm going to slow down. Biggenden Car Show, August. I wonder if I'll make it. I don't think I've really got... That house is still vacant. It looks vacant. Biggenden Car Show. Stupid Biggenden cancelled. Anyway, it's been moved. It used to be the Biggenden Car Show. Now it's been moved to Demerit here, this tiny little town here. And ever since they moved here, the numbers, the attendance just dropped off by about 70%. I normally sell all my car parts at the car show, usually making around $900, in at 5, out by 11, in the morning, $900 cash in the pocket. Yeah, well, the last time I come out to this car show here, the numbers were so low. I did manage to make $400, and I think by 10:30 I was up and gone because there was no one buying anything after that time. So, and I'm sort of getting down to the point where I've got a lot of car parts at home, mostly 6-cylinder shit. But so is everybody else, so nobody wants it. They're sort of like unsaleable parts. Nobody wants those parts because everyone's got a million of them. But anyway, end of August, somewhere mid-August, end of August, I can't remember the exact date. Rough and Tough Car Show, used to be in Biggenden, now in Demerit. So I may or may not attend that one. We've also got coming up in Childers, Food Festival. I don't know if when in Childers that happens, first weekend, second weekend, and what they do is they block the whole main street of Childers off. The poor B-doubles have to go around all these little side roads for 2 days while they block the main street of Childers off and have a big food festival. So that's coming up in July. So it's nearly 2 years ago since I had my last fine, when that bloody Evel Knievel caught me on the bike. Feels like 3 years, but apparently it's only been 2 years. So in one more year, if I don't get a ticket between now and next July, I go back to 0 Demerit points. No. So right now I've got 4 points up, and I've still got 8 points left to go before I hit 12 Demerit points and do my licence. I spent a year on double demerits. When he done me for that, he said, right, you're now on double demerit points, so whatever you get fined for in the next year, whatever the demerit points are, you get double the amount of points. I was on 4. Most fines are around 4 points, so you double the 4, you got 8. You got 8 against the 4 I've already got. Bang, that's 12 demerit points up. Bang, licence gone 3 years. So I did the whole 12 months, rode to Victoria and back, rode absolutely everywhere, rode my bike like a fucking Trojan for that year, carefully, did the whole 12 months. Not a fine, not a ticket. I haven't been pulled over in 2 years. I haven't been pulled over in 2 years. So I'm doing pretty good. So I've got another year to go and I'll be back down to 0 demerits. And if anyone wants to get into the argument about demerit points, please don't. People seem to think you lose points. Well, you don't lose points, you gain points. And what happens is when you reach 12, they take your licence off you. Now, I've heard cops pulling dudes over who've had 36 demerit points against their name. 36 demerit points, because they just keep driving. And so every time they're caught, they just rack up more and more demerit points. It takes 3 years to wipe out. It takes 3 years to wipe out your demerit points. So I've got 1 more year to go to wipe out them 4 points. I'm tempted to pull up and look under the bonnet, but at the same time, I'm just going to keep going until I hit Childers. I've got plenty of water on board. I've got my toolbox on board. Wartide sent me the vid, mate, of that guy replacing the cam without pulling the motor out of that HQ, I think it was in. I watched the second video after that, like last year when I was doing this motor. I watched that as some bit of information, so I'd already clicked onto his channel once before. I watched that video, mate. He didn't say or show anything about putting that front timing cover on with the sump still on the motor. Now, as far as I'm aware, to replace that front timing seal, far as I'm aware, you have to drop the sump because the front timing seal goes, it gets sandwiched between the front timing cover and the legs that go out either side, around the side of the bottom of the block, goes between the block and the sump. So whether they just use gaps, a shitload of fucking RTV gasket goo, that black stuff, or whatever they use to put that front timing cover on, as far as I'm aware, you cannot replace a front timing cover with the engine still in the car. And there's no guarantee I can even get the cam out with the motor in this car because all the grill, and I have to pull all the grill out and pull the fucking radiator. Well, I've got to pull the radiator anyway, but I've got to pull the grill and everything out, so I'm unsure. I guess you could. If I could change the cam with the motor in the car, that would be a bonus. It really would, actually. Truck up ahead of me here, and I'm just wondering if he's turning left to Bundy or going into Childers down the through the death zone. I've got one shot to get past this guy. Hopefully he's going to be turning left up here down North-South Road. But if he's not, I've got to get past him before the death zone, otherwise I'm going to have a shit time. And he don't see no indicators on there, so alright, he's going the same direction as me. I've got to try and get past him. I seem to have lost a bit of pick up and go power. I might have the distributor a little bit too far retarded. I might be able to advance that to get a bit more go out of it. Alright, we've got to pass. Thank you. That was easier than I was expecting. Go into the death zone. Which ain't such a death zone when you're in a car. God, I haven't been on a ride for so long. I'm missing the bike. I've just been so focused on the bus roof in this car that the bike doesn't even get a look at. Oh, no, it's been pretty fucking cold too. I forgot to say, up in the corrugation corners. Oh, some of the corrugations are coming back. They filled all them in on me. Used to love coming through there, especially on the bike. Open your bar like a sheep. A few there. Touchdown Childers. Woohoo, hot dog. I think this motor likes running one pot down. And I also wonder if it's going to stress out other parts of the motor. One cylinder being down like that. I honestly don't know what the repercussions are for running one cylinder down like that. I certainly wouldn't want to do it long term. I got a feeling when I get this thing home, we won't be doing much more road running anywhere. Forby do this the other day. Whoa, Jesus. That was a bit radical. Wasn't expecting the drop off so big. Right, Childers Bike Shop, Isis Bike Shop. Childers Bike Shop, but Isis Bike Shop. Alright, let's go and grab my tyre, but I'm going to have a look under the bonnet first. Just see how everything looks. Isis Bike Shop, where the beautiful 70-something Z9 is sitting. Righto, Walt, I'll catch you on the way out and I'll let you know how we go. Righto, Walt, in the back, I don't know if you can see it, one brand new rear white wall DO2 Dunlop D402 rear tyre for the bike. 295 bucks. I thought she said 250 over the phone, but no, $295 for that. Right, let's head to the we'll go to the Isis tyre shop. She told me that they'll fit the tyres up there, even though they're actually a car tyre joint. I don't think we'll go out that road. So we'll call and see the Isis tyre shop on the way home, have a chat to him, see about getting this tyre fit up. I don't know if, I guess there'll be plenty of comments from you guys letting me know whether it's safe to keep driving this thing or whether just park it up. So, you know, like if it's not too much of a drama to keep driving it, then I can pull the wheel off the bike at home, bring it over in the boat, have the bike shop, have the tyre shop fitted up, then come home, chuck it on the bike, brand new tyre. Yeah, to trip it. No, I'm not going to worry about going to the auto shop here and getting anything. I'm just going to head straight for home. Yeah, that tattoo shop's gone. There was a tattoo shop there. Long gone. Shelby Town. Tell you what, if you ever got a toothache, don't come to this bastard here. Decay Slayer, my ass, Decay Slayer, my ass, fucking butcher. Dentist in this town is the biggest fucking butcher I've ever been to in my life. Put the fear of God into ever seeing a dentist again into me. Gee, he fucking hurt me, that guy. He hurt me big time. And found a good one over in Gander, actually. Right, Isis tyre shop, just down here. We're going to pull in and have a chat. And then we'll go home. Righty, well, I'm going to just drop in here and have a chat and organise getting me tyre fitted, hopefully. So, righty, well, that's that little thing done. Monday, they're good either way. I bring the tyre over, or I can ride the bike over and they can do it. So, can't believe I'm doing this. I'm actually going in for fucking Macca's. I don't eat this shit, but I'm starving. I seem to have a bit of a condition going on that I'm not really sure what it is, so I'm going to have some Macca's and make sure I get some food in me for on the way home.
1785.
Yep. Oh.
You're the cool dude that drives around where I live.
Biggenden?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I see your car all the time and I absolutely
Yeah, well, she's been a pain. She's only a V7 instead of a V8 at the moment.
Oh, you're doing her up.
No, she's dropped the fucking cam lobe on me, so I've actually had to pull rocker gear off and drive around. I'm driving around with one cylinder, literally not working.
Oh, wow.
Just to keep, because I was just making some pretty horrible noises and shit, so...
Oh, she sounds lovely when I see her driving. Don't worry about that, mate.
Well, she's good until you put the boot in, and then she started... Yeah, it's literally dropped the exhaust lobe off the cam, so...
That's crazy.
Oh, fucking thing.
Talk to you later, mate.
Have a good day, thank you. Oh, how's that? Alright. Got me shitty ass Maccas. I don't normally do Maccas. I refuse to. But I'm hungry. Alright, let's get home. Yeah, she feels underpowered alright. I wonder how much harm I'm doing it. Literally, I do. Oh, what the fuck? Why has that camper got his foot on the fucking brake? Come on, Corby, get your ass around it. Fuck, wait for you, buddy. Not bad for a V7. Woohoo! Hot dog. Up here on the right there on the left, right, sorry, still vacant. As usual, fuckface Mick. I had a funny feeling he was going to show up. And as always, up through the cutting, and beautiful Mount Walsh over there in the distance, Kyla Mount, and the white water tower I can see sticking right up. Well, that's where I live, right next to that water tower. Kyla Mountain, Smile Mountain, always makes me smile because I know I'm close to home. I've got enough battery in the back GoPro to get me home, actually. Rightio, well, it's back in the big. Almost home, pretty much made it. Although you've never made it till you're in your driveway. Walsh, Kyla Mountain just looks absolutely stunning out there today in all its glory. Can't believe I have a mountain in my backyard. I mean, most people would call that a hill, but no, it's a mountain all right. It's a big lump of rock. Yep, enough battery. Shame. Don't come anywhere near me, you and your cunt of a missus. Ring me up and tell me to get the fuck out of town. Go fuck yourselves. Where the fuck do you think I'm? Some chicken ass fucking cunt. Rightio worlds. Safely back in the driveway, new back tyre, ready to go. Just got to work out next week what I'm doing about going over, whether I take the bike over and fit it over there. They're quite happy to have me go out in the workshop in the back as long as I wear boots and pull the wheel out, and they were more than helpful. So, rightio worlds, how long can I drive a V7 for without doing more damage? Because one pots down on compression, whether that affects the rest of the motor as far as stress levels and everything. So how long can you literally drive around as literally a V7? Rightio, well, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and I will catch you later. Bye.